early. Push and pull map control is important. The Neon took that in B main, but here comes the takeover in A. It's massive. There goes the fault line. There goes the stun. There is no way anyone can stay in the middle of that site. Good TP.
It's an instant post-plant situation. Tenz is going to try and re-clear towards top. Ish, Moose has one extra smoke to delay. Sentinels will regroup back up. There is not a lot of util here for them to get back into the site, but you look at it, Dazzle has got 2 flashes, an aftershock flash there for Tig as well. This is looking good here for Shopify. Strong post-plant util.
And again,
oh no!
Shahzam lines up 2, teed up both Mata and Tig. Here comes the rush in. Sentinels have the man advantage. Make that a 2-man advantage. Shroud picking up another one. You still have the man over towards Dish, and it's only the man in Dish. Shroud picking up 2 on the retake. Moose had no chance. Sentinels, what happened off that first pick from Shahzam?
Oh man, doing too much? Question mark for the Shopify Rebellion?
Surely.
Wanting to maybe surprise Sentinels with a fast, knew that, but they were, I know, lucky enough to be able to abuse that fact. And yeah, it's right behind the collat, the headshots, taking them both out. Very fortunate here for Sentinels, and they went out the pistol.
Early knife, only able to spot one, but that Neon spot is actually really, really good. You would assume that Neon would be, of course, in the place where they're gonna exec, but instead they find the Neon. Popping his lonesome.
A little bit more aggressive from Sentinels on this map of Fracture. Sliding in early, both rounds, getting aggressive from first the tree side of B, now the arcade side. And it will give them this 4v1 against B-Dog, who is trying to just, again, chip away, try and get some easy exits here, do some damage to Sentinels' economy, but not being presented too much. Only 2 players lost, and Sentinels will be comfortable.
We'll have to watch out for some fast plays. Once again, Sentinels, alongside the Neon and the Breach, taking up B main control, but there's no fight back from Shopify. That's just the information. Here comes the fight back for A main. Tenz was on the front side. He takes down 1. Dapper's gone.
Queued up that fight, giving them the 4v4. Not a big loss here, though, for the side of Shopify Rebellion. They haven't lost any major pieces of util for this post lane. Sentinels, though, putting a lot of pressure on. They are on the front door. And zellsis wants to kick us off already. He's trying to get aggressive in towards A main, working it now with Tenz.
They are right here. Moose only has 1 smoke to go. Dazzle has still both flashes to go. And Moose, he's all the way over on the flank. Flanking 2 players from Sentinels, and now he has the ulti, the orbital strike lined up. And Sentinels, they know this. They know that Moose, towards this back position with the ulti, he can literally chill here for the rest of the round. Doesn't have to do anything. 3 more players for Shopify Rebellion in the middle of A. It doesn't look like they're going to get into any battles again. That position for Moose is still so scary. You just don't know where he is. Shahzam has to save.
Now looking to maybe remove that rifle from Shahzam was Mata. They know Sentinels will always rebuy. They did it in the last map. And they did it here again, reinvesting into those 2 rifles off the...
More importantly, we're going to have something quick back over towards A main. You do have the fault line getting lined up, but again, it's just the spike holder.
They heard it.
Stays on the outside. Oh,
another first kill and a double down here from Sentinels. That's 4 rounds in a row where they've gotten the first kill, and zellsis was just so privy to Mata's play.
Do they keep the advantage, though? zellsis still in that 1v1. And the rest of Shopify, they're actually pinching back towards B main. This pop through the smoke could be so volatile. They have the flashes ready. They're actually backing up.
But they're ready for this. Sentinels, they checked it and backed away into tower. This is a smart play from them. Shroud still has this orbital strike to sit on. They're just looking to control tower. Tig is all alone. And they've made noise, grabbed the orb, and they backed away. These 2 players are just locking it down.
It's just
still util, so much.
Right. A lot of util for them to get into the site, but Sentinels, with the double tower, I was going to say, there is no way they predict
they split themselves up.
Both players are in tower. But exactly that. They split themselves up. They use yet another smoke here. That's the last smoke that they have for the rest of this round, but this is a very good time.
You need Tig to get something, and Tig has just been red like an absolute book and gets caught out by Shroud's orbital strike.
Great reaction from Shroud, holding up the angle that it was fully flashed on. Now 2 players remaining, B-Dog and Dazzle. Still back in B main, has not gone past the smoke in over a minute, and zellsis is able to get
time, and they've only lost 1 of them. See if Shopify Rebellion can kind of adjust to this play, because this second time that they've switched it up in terms of getting aggressive towards tree, getting aggressive towards arcade, they're switching it back and forth. This time they're going to do the same thing here again, get aggressive over towards tree off of zellsis. We'll see if Shopify can make that kind of read, because that's what Sentinels have been doing, and it's giving them these first kills, giving them early success. Not as much pressure this time around, though. And zellsis sees nothing, and that's going to cue the early rotate, allowing Shroud to play with the rest of his team on A.
they're actually going to try to take this courtyard control. Tenz on the front side going to be able to spray down at 1, but that's the only one. Shahzam with a splash, and the spray is even better. 2 kills for Shahzam. Spike is in his control. Aftershock in, and that's going to pressure out Moose. Mata has such low HP. Look at this pressure from Sentinels. They have all of this control. The Spike and Shopify are out and away.
It's just unfair. Shopify aren't even getting a chance to get on site. Shut down in this round, and well, there's nowhere for them to go. Low HP for Mata. Moose can try to be clear, but that is Sentinels on a dime. We'll send Mata out through sand to try and get the opener, and he's gonna try and be known for here over towards B main. This is ridiculous from Sentinels.
Sentinels have taken B main control over almost every single round, and this is the first time where we finally get a 1v1 there, and Shopify are humbled.
And it's another first blood. Sentinels again continuing to dominate. Zellsis and tenz both playing lights out right now. 2 apiece. That might have been 3 there for Zellsis. And this is just getting a little bit out of hand for Shopify. This could be 5-1 if Sentinels can convert again.
Just the pistols here for Shopify. They did rely on the tour de force. Moose actually comes around the corner with a big headshot, and so does Tig. 2v2 now.
They're playing here with the ultimates. They need this null command before Shahzam can get the rolling thunder out, and they do.
There you go.
Perfectly timed, Shahzam. No Q to get back in, and they do know as tenz tries to aggress. Wanted a solo play, and this is the recovery. Sentinels got ults of their own. Dapper with the null command, they've got pressure. 3 players, they're ready to use the util here from Shahzam to take this map control, and they do exactly that.
Oh,
but it doesn't work.
It's just a clean sweep.
Spike drop.
I mean, you can't get any better than that. There's not even overwhelming util at that point. Everyone from Sentinels, they have the right positions, the same positions that Again, the economy of Sentinels is still something that Shopify actually has to worry about, and it's just getting shipped down. There's no way that they can actually...
But 3 will not be able to, and Mata looking to accelerate, looking to aggress. This is different from Shopify, and what can they do to slow them down? There's no one in tower, and Mata's going to beat them to it.
Mata's already here, and he just goes through the aftershock and the nade. Well done as he takes down Dapper entirely. We still have the rotation very fast. No! Oh, and a knife at the same time as Mata just takes down Dapper on the floor. Disrespectful, but here we go. Still a 3v5. You still have Sentinels, still with a tour de force and a gun.
We'll see what they can do damage-wise, because it doesn't feel like this is a round where you want to risk anything. tenz
Surely not.
should be looking to get those exits, but right now, Sentinels not able to have success in these post-plant, in these retake situations. This is Shopify with another plant, a 5th plant, and now a 4th win. That is the success they're bringing. And while Shahzam is trying to go big, I don't know if the time is really going to give him the opportunity.
And Shahzam's just going through in the double tower. And surely is going to get held down. Well done. tenz is here for exits. He's going to be able to find one. The spray from Tig keeps the economy very, very
aggressive towards B main, so they regroup. Looking to hit now the A site. Just have to worry about tenz's positioning, really.
Yeah, that's all about it. But oh, wow.
Holy
They
smoke.
expend the triple smokes alongside the fast lane. Again, they still have to worry somehow about tenz, but he just has a shorty alongside the headhunter. Control has been taken. Not a lot of util here for Shopify in the post.
Yeah, this is Sentinel's first eco round. They have full kit of util for Dapper to try and make it happen. Not to mention the overdrive, which can be incredibly powerful. Not yet the triple headshot multiplier that people have been expecting. But look at the off-site tendencies here for Shopify.
There goes the rolling
players
thunder,
in A main.
holding back the site. And like you said, 3 players trying to come back here for Sentinels, trying to come out of dish. Shroud's on the front side, trying to get a right click through. Dapper, he's actually the one to take down Dazzle. Dazzle is fully discombobulated. There goes the spray. Has to nail the spray here for B-Dog. B-Dog with a triple. Still 1 more to go in the middle of sight. And it's Shroud that can only get killed.
Sentinels who pick up tenz on the operator. They have slowed down a little bit in the first kill department. They are starting to even it out here, Shopify.
Oh, good TP.
Never mind.
But
Never mind.
Wow, okay, yeah. The first kill this time going back towards...
Something here close. There's no knife to flush him out. He will be able to take the TP if he is a little overwhelmed, and he is.
That's
He tried
unfortunate.
to quick switch. And B-Dog
Nice.
slipping on through. Just slipping on through for 2.
That's so slick. There was no way that those 2 were going to be able to react to that. I mean, again, if they were actually able to get into A main, there are 3 players retake from A main.
From Sentinels. Maybe change their position, but it hasn't done anything. They're just going to stick in towards A main.
Zellsis heard that, And this is all zellsis. A 1v3 for him, but he gets spotted by Dazzle. But he still takes him down, though. Did spot the spike. Here comes the peek from Shroud. Shroud trying to re-clear B main. And he still has yet another teammate right next to him. Shahzam with the Rolling Thunder. Looking to re-clear this. Moose around the corner needs a headshot to really make it count. But it just won't happen. A really, really tall task here for B-Dog.
And Sentinels finally able to deny. 6 in a row, the spike's gone on. 6 in a row for Shopify Rebellion, and now Sentinels have denied it. Just at the very end of this first half in B-Dog.
Wow.
He's got at least an isolated 1v1. Just one, though.
Maybe. Oh, yeah, Shazam's done. There goes a headshot. B-Dog still looking for more, but Dapper strikes down with the one shot. So Sentinels, yes, they do find one round back, but Shopify, they had 6 plants and 6 wins in a row. What a return to form for Shopify. Let's see if they can continue that momentum and take things through a map 3. After starting off fast, Sentinels, all of them over towards the left side of your map.
Tig is lost.
They're all in B, and zellsis is just going through fast. Tig is lost, and he's out of here, but B-Dog is still spraying through. He still has the shotgun to use, still has the shorty and the headhunter, but neither one is going to work out for the kill against Shroud. Well done from Shroud.
And these 3 players from Shopify are coming up fast, hot, and ready to go. Mata will be spotted out and lost. Shazam with this ghost is just so clean. Another kill for him. Would have been nice, but Shopify put us to a 2v3 with 2 flashes and an aftershock, not to mention the smokes.
There goes the flash. Tenz not getting spotted, and it's going to be an easy for him as Dazzle just walks right into his crosshair.
Sentinels going in clean, a post-plant situation to come in a 5-on-5. Just the pistols, well, Shopify to work with, but Util coming in heavy hot.
Oh, and zellsis is on the front side, able to rack on the stun, rack on the kill. Shazam was able to get 2 out of that.
B-main.
Oh, not at all. It's just going to be a free sight here. So the Neon, he can just keep stretching out towards spawn. That's exactly what zellsis does. Easy peasy against Dazzle. And no Tenz! Finding 2 free kills again on the Mata and Moose, both of them on their way out. A good kill from B-Dog, though. He was full flashed. 2 players remaining for Shopify, but wow, what a tragedy in those back lines.
Yeah, as ready as you can be for the fast play of Sentinels, you surely are not expecting zellsis to slide through your own spawn into Canteen, and that's Sentinels again. 3 rounds in a row, 3 first kills, and 3 plants. Round, unless Sentinels can come up big.
That position around the corner for Dazzle is so dangerous. The aftershock actually nails B-Dog over in ropes. Sentinels, man advantage, but they don't have any map control currently. Yes, they have a main, but they don't have a whatsoever. Neon around the corner could be so dangerous. Mata still with that SMG could be able to get a lot of damage, especially on zellsis. But hello, Dapper. Around the corner, has a flash ready and around to go, but he's not going to use it! zellsis! He was the target, like I said before, but he doesn't go down! Here comes Tig, though, with this stinger, and he's able to get...
To try and replicate the aggression.
Wow.
Mata.
Oh,
denied?
Shroud! There you go, Shroud wakes up and takes down Mata. But again, no control for Sentinels at this point outside of main.
Yeah, there's his 5th burst. That's zellsis up close, looking for something. It is traded back to a 4-on-4, but Sentinels, they know it's the weakened sight. And oh, B-Dog. Even Tenz in the air, he catches him.
Okay. Very tough there for B-Dog, but he still has to go off. He's suppressed. He can't TP out. 2, 1. No, he's just done. Nade alongside the spray from Dapper. The rotation for Shopify, it's tough. It's 3 separate locations, but Moose is there.
Oh, the trades go back. It's a 2-on-2. Low HP for Dapper and Dazzle. No ultimates. Shroud has backed away to play the ball. He's left his teammate Dapper alone. They're on opposite sides. And it'll be so tricky to work back into this one.
Is Shroud playing for contact so he can get the ult point?
He's just playing for the molly.
He just needs 1 kill, right? There goes the molly very, very early, but that's great timing,
the timing!
That's gonna allow for Dapper through. 1 more player remaining. Tig has nothing to work with.
And 3 different angles to watch. Main, tower, and towards arcade.
Tig. Dapper is so low, and he just can't get a body shot.
Stop these guys from getting the spike down. Sentinels, they've got some indomitable will here on the attack.
Oh, just look at that. The molly comes in at just the right time. You have, of course, checking to see if the brim would wide swing, but great timing from Dapper.
And why would you expect Dapper to be playing alone? You know where the mollies come from. And you know he's on 10 HP. Why would you expect him to be by himself towards arcade? You just don't. And they get caught because of it.
Whoa. Battle here over towards main. A main has been taken by Shopify. B-Dog finally ringing out true.
They found my trap.
Getting something. Sentinels, the only 4v5 they've won is against the anti-eco. Against the eco of Shopify Rebellion. The orbital strike, not enough to stop them, and they're just simply not ready. Dapper already in sight, and Dapper lighting up the kill feed with 2.
Oh, but you had to look out for the neon there. The neon in the middle of sight. Mata wasn't able to do anything with that. The aftershock, though. Shroud!
Catches him!
Shroud just had to be stuck to the plant. Not able to use an orbital strike now. A 3v2, and it's a very possible one for Shopify, even though it's SMGs and a pistol. They have the tour de force, and indeed it rings out right, and tenz can't even run away. B-Dog gets around the angle just in time. The rolling thunder not necessary. Shopify keeping themselves in the game in a round where truthfully they shouldn't have gotten. Good retake. Shopify, they won 6 plants in a row. Sentinels have been doing the same thing here on the attacking side, but here we go. We don't even need to rely on the plant. They wanted to finish it off early. Shopify, a double push over towards Dish, and it just doesn't work out. B-Dog still the only person in here, but he's getting wrapped, and he's gone.
Stuck around maybe a little bit too long. Was banking on the fact Dapper wouldn't use the null command, or maybe it slipped his mind. This round has slipped out of the hands of Shopify in a matter of seconds. Sentinels accelerating on Fracture. I mean, everyone was watching them yesterday, and it felt this was the Sentinels that were slow, deliberate, patient, cautious, composed. Give me a thesaurus, I'll keep on listing the words.
Yeah, that's a lot of words.
This one is quick and rapid. And they do it there. I don't have as many words. I've lost, I don't have a thesaurus with me, so I don't know, but you get the point. Zellsis is the forefront, the spear of this attack. And now Shopify will save these 2 rifles, carrying over Mata's overdrive to maybe help transition them to what would be an eco. Gives them a chance at least to buy up again.
It feels like it's been a while since we've seen that first interaction for Sentinels truthfully go right in this half. Again, you mentioned it, zellsis has been the spear to the shield. 7 first kills so far.
And he's 7-2, by the way. He's very rarely losing these opening duels.
Yeah.
And it's supported by the util of both Shahzam and Dapper. Stunning fault lines. And I mean that literally and metaphorically as a description word.
Descriptive. I just want to describe this video.
No!
What is this? Chaos in the middle of main, but again, they still have to re-clear with a flash. Moose has to back out. He was never able to trade there. Still has a second person here. Whoa, whoa, the rolling thunder actually coming in, overwhelming Moose. But no one's actually in there. What is this take for Sentinels?
They slow down, and tenz is going to pivot back towards Dish. Despite the rolling thunder stunning most of these players, actually maybe just the one. tenz, the head peeked on over. That slowdown is going to catch out Moose. This is unfair. That is a ridiculous placement on the fragment grenade. And just like that, Sentinels, the former kings of North America, they're on match point in the lower bracket.
Oh, I can't believe that combo.
Wow, that is
these guys?
That's insane placement.
This is not the Sentinels that we've been watching this year. It just isn't. I refuse to believe.
And I'll tell you, I had a lot of questions, a lot of doubts that Sentinels could compete against a team that played like Shopify, a team that had a little bit more tempo compared to the Guard. And I'll be honest, Sentinels have dealt with it almost flawlessly between these 2 maps. And on their attacking side, they as well, only letting 1 round slip through to Shopify Rebellion and B-Dog as the op. And that's all they've got carried over into the second match point they've had to face. And he doesn't even get it. Doesn't even, honestly getting dumped on in terms of the first kill, first death department. But he is so big with this ultimate. 4 kills. And it keeps him alive. He even denies the spike plan as well. Sentinels 12-9
left. Zellsis 1v1 to take over tower. Here comes the B main space now for Sentinels.
And look at these 3 players. They are posted in a position where they can deny the spike plant. Mata trying to swing out towards tower is successful for 1.
It's only the one for now. Shahzam with a trade back. Zellsis alongside Dapper to try to potentially come back in the round. It's a 3v2 clutch.
He spotted?
Zellsis, what a spot. Only able to get the 1 though. Moose still clearing stairs and spots him out anyways. 50 HP for Zellsis in a 1v2. Able to pick up the first. B-Dog has only a pistol. Zellsis, it's a headshot. He's gonna try to run, but B-Dog picks him down with a body shot. And we still keep going.
We hold on for a moment longer. Shopify. Icing on the cake. It's B-Dog to get the final frag, but it's close. zellsis in a 1v1 had two decisions. Make the dash or stick and make the fight happen. And he chose the first. And Shopify nearly losing this 4v5. Such a great recovery again from Sentinels. They've been so good. Even in the man disadvantages, are able to make those recoveries. We saw it on that one. We've seen glimpses here to get the info, but it's a fast play. Quick from Sentinels.
They're going to maintain that full control. Nobody in the middle of A. Armada spraying through, so much damage being done. There goes the aftershock. Dapper shook, but he actually does make it out. All is good for now.
And he gets a fragment grenade out as well, denying any pressure that Shopify wanted to apply. Sentinels again in the post plants have been so good, and they need to do so again.
This is so slow, and Tig is actually fully showing himself. He just wants to go in with a nade alongside the knife. Flashes through, but there's a smoke in front of him. Shroud runs away. There goes another flash. They're just corralling them in the middle of main, and it just doesn't work. Shahzam takes down two of them, and now Dapper in the middle of sight, combining with zellsis, combining with all four players here. Sentinel's still alive. They're gonna stay alive here in overtime.
We keep on going. The horse that Sentinels have ridden on continues to plow forward in Shopify. Both teams have been failing on their defense. And Sentinels, who strikes first? Who strikes the iron hot? Or while it's hot? And wins the defensive round. tenz up close with the shorty. The quick decision. I think that smoke, unfortunately, working a little counterintuitively. That Moose dropped. Another post.
Knife not spotting all too much. They did get the chamber though. In terms of B-Dog, this is fast. B-Dog has the shotgun. The one pump could have been able to do it, but Tig, do they know that Tig is here? There goes the stun once again. zellsis hasn't even peeked. Tig is just trying to maintain this, and massive flash. zellsis, he was flashed too, but he still gets it. Sentinels once again able to safely make their way into the middle of the site on a round where they absolutely need it.
Covering so quickly to flush out Tig. They know how dominant he's been in that position, and they were scared. They sent util to set up zellsis. This time it's Sentinels with the burst, with the pop play. And Shopify Rebellion. One to try and swing, the second to follow after, and again, tenz, the untouchable. No damage done, and he takes 2 lives.
Double Prime Gaming flawlesses. Back to back for both teams here in overtime. This one was just a bit different though. For Shopify's, theirs was quite the battle. They had to retake A main for it. Sentinels, it was just a whole W.
Aggressive. He's dropped as well a rendezvous. They're taking full arcade control here though. Yeah, the site's given up, but that's the first blood. zellsis with success.
Yeah, but it's only B-Dog who is already holding back over in Dish, back over in Arcade. Here comes the retake. Tig with a big shot on the Shroud. tenz, he gets his 2, and Moose was able to catch Dapper. Big shot from Moose as he takes down tenz. Now it's a 1v2. Dazzle sees his teammate go down. But Dazzle still has 1 flash to use and an aftershock. Spike in front of him. zellsis peeks out. 10 HP remaining here for Dazzle. How on earth does he handle this? The aftershock, yes, it goes through, and it actually does cover up the spike just a little bit. zellsis, not patient enough, but he comes back with the 3rd kill of the round. Sentinels, they strike first in defense.
And they've got it. They've got a chance now, Sentinels. Both teams. They realize they shifted quick. They don't want anything of it. They don't want to push. They don't want to fight. And zellsis, is he good to get it? No, he at least stays alive, though, when they get onto the A site.
Oh no, that's actually just important for Moose. Moose backs on out, got all of that information. This is an even 5v5. An absolute car crash, but boy do we love to see it. Shroud on the front side gets traded out. Shahzam going in, but Moose with a double. One person on top here for Shopify. It's a 3v2. tenz, Dapper waiting for the opportunity, waiting for the rotation of the chamber.
Oh, tenz with first. Mike and Tyson trying to pull it back. Dapper in the angle, and tenz with the cross.
Here's the crossfire. They don't have util though. Moose, what a kill into tenz. Dapper, 1v2, and it's shut down by Moose again. Moose, what an absolute threat so far. Not only in this best of 3, but this entire tournament. If that can even be replicated. That was only the 2nd retake of overtime so far. Both of them being pulled off in the last 2 rounds.
And look at this fight. Look at this fight. 3 players here and only 2 here for Sentinels. But zellsis, he's dying. Oh my goodness.
Get him. looking for zellsis. He connects all the dots. Mata and Tig the last two remaining, but Mata skates on out.
Would you believe it? He doesn't get checked there. Right around the smoke. He plays it expertly. And again, Sentinels. High hopes, high beliefs. They might get it again. Another defensive win here would set them up for another match point. But it's Mata and Tig. Mata has been so good. And he has to be exceptional here.
Mata, you already used the fast lane to pick up Spike.
They have 2 flashes.
They do have 2 flashes. That's better than nothing. They also have the knife. Shroud could have gotten a headshot there. Mata with a double. Shazam! Finds both anyways. Could have left it in a very dangerous 1v1, but he shuts it down there. Sentinels, once again, 1 round away from staying alive in VCT.
Lightning strikes there for Shazam. Here's the replay. zellsis. He swing just a little bit too far. It's the first time in overtime the spike hasn't gone down. It's because of plays like this. New blood, fresh blood in the server.
Front side sprinting forward. It's going to be the knife up to try to deny the chamber, but the chamber still has the TP to go. B-Dog.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. He is suppressed. He can't go anywhere. zellsis slaps him down. And there's still one more in the middle of the side. Here he goes with, oh no, Mata sprays down 1, and actually Moose is there too. The double here for Shopify is so good.
Recovery back, recovery in. Sentinels are slowed down. 2 smokes out, 1 left to work with if they want to try and make the re-hit work, but they've been slowed down. Slowed down, zellsis. That's his 12th first kill, and Sentinels cannot convert. Tenz. Up close and looking personal, but he doesn't get it. It's Shazam instead.
No, Shroud. He tried to capitalize on the damage that might have been done to Mata, but Mata, he's fresh. Tenz didn't nail the shots. There goes the fault line, though. Big flash in front of Tenz. He can't go anywhere.
They're not even considering a shift to your Sentinels. They are committed! And how does he get that Shroud? Sucker punch to the head. Down goes Tig, and a man advantage regain, and they are shifting. How fast can they arrive? Dazzle, look at where the spike is. It's already there.
Shroud.
He's got an aftershock too.
Shroud not only still has another smoke, but one more kill, and he'll get his ulti. There goes the ulti. What? How much HP did Mata have going through that? Shroud now has ulti. Mata, 20 HP. It is borderline impossible for Mata. 15 seconds left. Swings out. Mike Tyson survives at the end, and Sentinels win a best of 3 in VCT.
Would you believe it, Sentinels? I can't believe it. A team that honestly no one believed had picked up Shroud.
And this match interview, we welcome Shroud to the stage, and it's kind of cool to say that because it's been such a long time since we've been able to see you in competitive mode. How does it feel to finally be back on the grind set?
I mean, it feels good. It's difficult for sure. It's been a while, you know.
I gotta ask, coming into yesterday, it's been a while since you played at a competitive level. Was there any pre-match jitters, maybe going back to your earlier years of competition, going back to that old Manajuma CS squad when you're going to a LAN for the first time? Did you kind of feel that building up because it's been such a long time?
Actually, yeah. And as weird as it is, I think we all felt that. When we went into that first BO3, we had such like high energy even before the game started, rather than like calm energy. And I'm more of a calm guy, so we came in like super hyped, and I think that might have been the jitters. I'm not sure.
Did you feel more comfortable as that match progressed? Did you kind of like find that comfort zone, or were you still like trying to adjust as the pace of play here is maybe a little bit different compared to even just the scrims you've been doing in practices?
I mean, it was a little it took a little bit to get that comfort. I'll be honest. Like I feel like I needed that 1BO3. It's been like 5 years. Okay, I had some jitters, but I'm feeling comfortable now. I'm feeling good.
I mean, you mentioned it's been 5 years. I know you're far from old and you've been praised for your mechanical prowess, but being surrounded by younger players in a game with such a high pace of play, does that make you feel like a boomer at all when you watch the way they play the game?
I mean, it definitely makes me feel like a boomer when I play ranked, but not so much in like scrims and matches.
You mentioned in a video piece as well that tenz specifically and some of the other players look up to you because of your career and how they came up in the scene, looking specifically at their time in CS and then transitioning over to Valorant. Do you feel like that makes you more of like a mentor for some of these younger players, or that it gives you more control and more say in what the roster does and plans for?
I don't think it's I don't think it's like being a mentor. I think it's more of, as weird as it is, just like kind of like a weird, like maybe inspiration, like kind of lifting people's spirits, maybe. I think it's closer to that than like being a mentor, because I'm coming into Valorant with 0 professional experience. I don't really have much say in what's right and what's wrong, besides like the fundamentals, like how to trade, but everybody knows how to do that. So it's more of like an inspiration, you know, I'm lifting people's spirits, hopefully.
You mentioned the map one yesterday kind of having some jitters. Map one today, you were like melting people, as specifically as Viper in your ult, you were having such a great game. Did you feel like you were just in the zone in map one, like you were hitting your stride just like you had several years prior?
Yeah, I don't know. It was just like the second the day started, I was just feeling good, you know. So I just ran with that energy, feeling super confident right off the rip, and just kind of carried, right. Once you have that one really good round, I mean, the rest of the series is just going to be great. That's just how I function.
You've had a month of practice with this team now, which resulted in this trip to start the LCQ. How do you feel the team is stacking up? How high is the ceiling for this Sentinels roster, and have you even gotten close to it yet?
Honestly, I don't think we've gotten close, because like, yeah, we've been here for a month, or well, we've been at boot camp for about 2 weeks, so we got a lot of practice in, sure. But in the grand scheme of things, how much is 2 to 4 weeks? It's really not that much. If this is a roster that would stay together, ooh, I think it'd be dangerous, because just the small stuff that we managed to do here in these 2 to 4 weeks, in my opinion, is insane. It didn't really show in the first BO3, but I promise we got more to show.
Well, I'll go ahead and let you go. Congratulations on the win. It's awesome seeing you guys compete and find the win. Sentinels finally back on top in a series. Feels like it's been a long time since we said that.
Thank you.